Hello, welcome back to J&J Pick'em. My name is Juan. Last week I went 10-4 and my overall record is 46-32.
This is Josh. Last week I went 8-6. I didn't do too well, but my overall record is 52-26. And I just want to let you guys know we haven't posted in the last 2 weeks, but we're back to our regular schedule, and you should be getting some good videos coming up. We did go to the Cowboys Niners game. That was a great video. It's a in real life video, so I'm very excited for that one. And let's get right into week 6.
For Thursday night, we have the Broncos versus the Chiefs. For this game, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs should come out with the win. The Chiefs, they're always consistent, and I feel like this should be an easy division game for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I think the Chiefs should come out with the win in this game. Russell Wilson choked the last game. They had a chance to beat the Jets, but Russell Wilson had a fumble. Jets came out with the turnover. But as for the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco has been playing good. He scored a touchdown. Travis Kelce scored a touchdown also. I think he did get injured and he's questionable for this game. But even if he's not able to play this game, I still got the Chiefs winning this game. They're way better offensively than the Broncos. And that Rice guy for the Chiefs, he's stepping up, and I think he's gonna have a great game also. So we both got the Chiefs beating the Broncos on Thursday night.
For the next game, we have the Ravens versus the Titans. For this game, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I know they did bad against the Steelers last week. I think they had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 1 interception. But I just don't feel like the Titans have a great defense like the Steelers. You know, the Steelers have been putting up great matchups. That defense is incredible, but I can see the Ravens coming out with the win just because I feel like they have a way better offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. The Ravens didn't play too well last week. Their run game wasn't great, and Lamar Jackson did get sacked 4 times. But as for the Titans, Derrick Henry didn't put much work. DeAndre Hopkins did ball out, so the Titans are looking a bit better offensively. But I think Lamar Jackson's just gonna do his thing. I think he's gonna have a connection with Mark Andrews, and I think this should be a good matchup in London. But I still got the Ravens beating the Titans this week. So for this next game, we got the Panthers versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins been looking amazing. I know they did lose Devane Achane, but I think Raheem Mostert's going to pick up the work and he's going to do great in the run game. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are doing great. I think the Dolphins are in contention to win the AFC East. They're playing really great this year. As for the Panthers, Adam Thielen is playing great with them, but they're 0-5. They haven't been great offensively. Their defense hasn't been great. They had a huge loss against the Lions last week. So I think it's going to be a very easy matchup, and I think the Dolphins are winning by easily 10 or more points.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like the Dolphins should come out with the win. The Panthers have been doing horrible all year. They haven't even got one win all season. And the Dolphins, they're on fire. They have such a fast team. Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, they're all too good. And I just don't see the Panthers being the team to take them down. For the next game, we have the Saints versus the Texans. For this, I am expecting a pretty close matchup. I know the Saints just blew out the Patriots 34-0, but the Texans have a good team this year, and I can see Alvin Kamara taking over the game and, you know, getting a couple good rushes against the Texans and coming out with the win by maybe 1 touchdown or a field goal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think the Saints are going to come out with the win this game. I think the Saints played great against the Patriots last week. Their defense stepped up. I think that's the main reason why they got that blowout win. As for the Texans, they haven't been bad this year. I thought they're going to be a bad team, but they've been proving me wrong. They played really great against the Falcons. I think Tank Dell and Nico Collins just have to step up. Whenever one of those receivers steps up, they end up winning a game. So, like I said, I think it's going to be a close game, but I got the Saints winning. I think Alvin Kamara and Derek Carr are going to be playing great again. And if their defense keeps playing the way they did last week, the Saints are going to win this game. So me and Juan both got the Saints beating the Texans this week. So for our next game, we got the Commanders versus the Falcons. I think this is going to be a really close game. The Commanders got blown out by the Bears last week, but I think Sam Howell still played great. I think it was just their defense that didn't step up. And as for the Falcons, they came up with a really good win against the Texans last week. B.J. Robinson was good, and Desmond Ridder had a great game. But I'm going to go with the upset this week. I got the Commanders winning. I think Terry McLaurin's going to have a great game. And I think Brian Robinson should come back and have a really great game this week.
For this game, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I feel like Desmond Ridder has been playing some really good football. He's been able to get the ball to his receivers, Kyle Pitts, London, Jonnu Smith, and his running backs have been doing really good as well. I feel like Bijan Robinson and Algier have been able to help the quarterback and get some rushing yards. And I can see the Falcons coming out with the win this week. So I'm going to go with the Falcons, and Josh is going to go with the Commanders.
So for the next game, we got the Colts versus Jaguars. We got another divisional matchup. The Colts played pretty great last week. Even though Anthony Richardson got injured, he's going to be on IR. Gardner Minshew played pretty good in his absence. Zach Moss, holy moly, he balled out. Jonathan Taylor didn't do much, but I do expect him to get more touches. So I think that will make the Colts be better this week. But the Jaguars just beat the Bills. Travis Etienne dropped 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence played really great, and then Calvin Ridley had around 122 yards. I think the Jaguars are going to win this one. They had a statement beating the Bills, and I think they're going to beat the Colts this week.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Jaguars just beat a really good Bills team. I feel like they're going to be doing really good offensively. Trevor Lawrence should be able to get the ball moving. And like you said, Travis Etienne, he's been playing really good football. And I can see him going off on another good game. And I got the Jaguars winning this game. I don't feel like Gardner Minshew is going to do good with the Colts just because it's going to be his first game starting as a starter. And I just feel like the Jaguars are going to come off with the win.
Yeah, so we both got the Jaguars beating the Colts this week. For this next game, we got the Seahawks versus the Bengals. The Seahawks were on bye, but Geno Smith has been playing really great, and Kenneth Walker has been playing great also. As for the Bengals, they had a great game against the Cardinals. Jamar Chase said on the media, "I'm always open," and he wasn't wrong. He scored 3 touchdowns last week. He dropped 52 points in fantasy, and Joe Burrow finally had a great game. I think the Bengals are starting to get on a roll, but something's telling me the Seahawks are going to win. They have a great run game, and like I said, the Bengals have been a little inconsistent, so I think the Seahawks are going to come out with this win, especially since Jamal Adams is back and he should be playing.
Yeah, for this game, I am expecting a really close game, but I'm going to have to go with the Bengals. I feel like Joe Burrow is back, and they're off that slump they had for the first couple weeks. And like you said, Jamar Chase, he said he's always open, and I can see Joe Burrow getting a couple more touchdown passes to Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon maybe getting 1 rushing touchdown. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Bengals. I feel like they should win by maybe 1 touchdown or a field goal.
Yeah, this is going to be a really close game. I got the Seahawks winning, and Juan has the Bengals winning this game.
For the next game, we have the Vikings versus the Bears. For this game, I know the Bears haven't been doing too good, but last week, Justin Fields finally proved what he can do. And I can see Justin Fields going on for another win this week. The Vikings are without Justin Jefferson, and I feel like that's one of their key players. Without Justin Jefferson, I feel like the Vikings are incomplete. They've only won 1 game this season, so have the Bears. But I feel like Justin Fields did too good last week. He was able to get the ball to DJ Moore for 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. And I just don't see the Vikings stopping the Bears this week.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really close game. Like you said, the Bears played amazing last week. DJ Moore balled out, and Justin Fields finally had a great game. And as for the Vikings, they lost Justin Jefferson, but something tells me that Kirk Cousins is going to ball out. He still has KJ Osborne. TJ Hawkinson is still a great tight end. He's going to have a lot of touches this week. So I got the Vikings winning this game, but I would not be surprised if the Bears win. They are playing better, but something just tells me that the Vikings are going to win this game. So I got the Vikings, and Juan has the Bears winning this week. For the next game, we got the Niners versus the Browns. The Niners are looking like the best team in the NFL right now. They just beat a good team in the Cowboys. George Kittle had 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy played great. Their defense is amazing. So they're the team to beat right now. As for the Browns, they're coming off a bye, so hopefully Deshaun Watson is healthy now. If he's not, Dorian Thompson is going to be the starter. He didn't play great last game, but in preseason he was having a really great season. So that might be good for the Browns. Jerome Ford might have a great game. But come on, it's against the Niners. They're looking like the best team. I think their defense is just going to stop the Browns. And I got the Niners winning this game against the Browns.
Yeah, for this one, I'm easily going with the Niners. They just smacked the Cowboys 42-10. The Browns, I don't know if Deshaun Watson is going to play, but if he does play, I feel like they're still going to lose. And I feel like the Niners are just going to have a really good season this year. I feel like the only team that can maybe beat them this season is the Eagles. But other than that, I can see them going to the Super Bowl and maybe getting a win this time.
Yeah, so we both got the Niners winning this week against the Browns. Raiders. So next we got the Patriots versus the Raiders. Raiders played pretty good against the Packers last week. I think Jimmy G could have still done better, but Josh Jacobs had a great game. Jacoby Myers had a great game. I think Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers are a great duo right now, and Jimmy G's finding a way to get both of them the ball. As for the Patriots, they played horrible against the Saints last week. They got smacked 34-0. Mac Jones isn't playing great. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched. I know Bill Belichick was talking about Zappe being the quarterback. So if he starts, I think the Raiders are still going to win, even if Mac Jones starts too. I got the Raiders winning this one. I think the run game's better, and the Patriots haven't been playing great. So I got the Raiders winning this game.
Yeah, for this one, I'm going to go with the Raiders. I know they just beat my Packers last week, but I can see Josh Jacobs having a way better game against the Patriots. Mac Jones has been inconsistent all year, and honestly, I feel like he's going to get benched maybe this game. But if Max Crosby is able to put some pressure on Mac Jones, I can see the Raiders coming off with the win.
Yeah, so we both got the Raiders being the Patriots this week.
For the next game, we have the Lions versus the Buccaneers. For this game, I'm going to go with the Lions. I feel like Jared Goff has been playing really good. Last week, he went for 236 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Montgomery, he's been able to get the pressure off the quarterback. He rushed for 109 yards and 1 touchdown. And honestly, I feel like he's a really good running back this year. And the Buccaneers, they have a really good offense. But I feel like I can trust the Lions. They've been putting lots of points this season, and I just don't see the Buccaneers being able to put up more points than the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. The Lions they played amazing last week against the Panthers, and that was without Jamar Gibbs and Amon St. Brown. David Montgomery's playing really good out when Jamar Gibbs isn't playing. So if Jamar Gibbs is back and Amon St. Brown is back, I think they're just gonna be unstoppable against the Bucks. And Mike Evans might not play this game. He's such a great role for the Buccaneers. If he doesn't play, Chris Godwin's going to have a healthy amount of catches, but I don't think he's going to be enough to stop the Lions. The Buccaneers do have a great defense, so I do expect this to be a close game. But Jared Goff has been playing great. David Montgomery has been playing great. So we both got the Lions beating the Buccaneers this week. For the next game, we got the Cardinals versus the Rams. Cooper Kupp did come back for the Rams. He played really great, and Puka still had a great game. So I think Cooper Kupp and Puka are going to be a great duo for the Rams. And Matthew Stafford's playing really great with both of them back now and being healthy and really great for the Rams as a wide receiver core. As for the Cardinals, they couldn't stop Jamar Chase last week. How are they going to stop Cooper Kupp and Puka this week? I don't think their defense is that great. Joshua Dobbs has been doing great in terms of rushing. And, he's been an okay passer too. But I think the Rams are just better offensively. And I think their defense will step up this game. So I got the Rams being the Cardinals.
For this one, I'm also going to go with the Rams. I feel like their offense is a lot better than the Cardinals. Last week, the Rams had a good challenge against the undefeated Eagles, but I feel like this week they're going against the Eastern defense. And Cooper Kupp is back, and Nakua, he's still a consistent receiver, so I can see the Rams coming out with the win.
Yeah, so we both got the Rams being the Cardinals. I think they're the way better team, so the Rams are going to win this game.
For the next game, we have the Eagles versus the Jets. For this game, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I feel like their offense is way too explosive. Jalen Hurts, you just can't go against them, But Zach Wilson is going to have to be moving the ball around, and I just don't see him doing that against a really good Eagles defense.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. The Eagles have been playing great. Both these teams have came out with a W last week. Zach Wilson did play a little bit better, but he has to feed Garrett Wilson somehow. Breece Hall had 177 rushing yards, so that was good for them. But the Eagles defense, man, they've been stepping up, and they're a great running offense, but now that they have A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert stepping up, I think they're even better. So I got the Eagles beating the Jets this week, and Juan also got the Eagles beating the Jets. All right, for Sunday Night Football, we got the best matchup ever. Psych, we got the Giants versus the Bills, dude. So the Giants, Daniel Jones didn't play great. No one was rushing for them. Like, Matt Breida didn't do anything. They had a guy named Gray. He didn't do anything. Saquon might be back. He's been questionable for the past 3 weeks, so who knows what's going to happen. But even if Saquon plays, the Bills are too good. Even though they lost to the Jaguars last week, Stephon Diggs still did his thing. Josh Allen still had 2 or 3 touchdowns. So I got the Bills winning this one easily. The Giants are in contention of being the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. And I think the Bills are just going to win this game against the Giants.
Yeah, for this game, I'm going to go with the Bills as well. I know they lost to the Jaguars last week, but I feel like that was just, one bad game you have during the season. So I can see the Bills coming back, getting a win. The Giants' offense isn't too good. If Saquon Barkley does return, I feel like he's still dealing with that injury. But I can see the Bills coming out with the win. Stephon Diggs and Davis, they're too good, and I feel like the Giants aren't going to be able to stop them.
Yeah, so for Sunday Night Football, we both got the Bills beating the Giants this week. So we finally got a great Monday night matchup. For primetime, we got the Cowboys versus the Chargers. Oh, man, this is a hard game to choose. I think it's going to be a great matchup. So the Chargers are coming off a bye week, so that means Austin Eckler has a really great chance of playing. Keenan Allen has been balling out this year. I know Mike Williams is out for the season, but I think they still have a great wide receiving core. Quentin Johnson, I think that's my sleeper pick. I think he's going to do really great for the Chargers. And Justin Herbert, he's a great quarterback. The reason I'm not choosing the Cowboys this week, I'm choosing the Chargers, is because Dak Prescott does not do good in primetime games. You just seen it against the 49ers. They struggled. He threw more than 1 interception that game. I will say this, though. They will bounce back and have a way better game. Tony Pollard should do his thing. I think CeeDee Lamb should finally have a switch to the season. He hasn't been doing that well this season, but I think he will have a great game this week. But I got the Chargers upsetting the Cowboys this week.
For this game, I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I know they just got smacked by the Niners last week, but I feel like Dak Prescott felt like he was behind way too early and he started forcing the balls. That's why he got so many interceptions. So this game, I can see him protecting the ball a little better and coming out with the win. This is going to be a really close game, and I just feel like the Cowboys are going to bounce back and get a win in SoFi.
Yeah, this is going to be a close game for sure. So I got the Chargers, and Juan has the Cowboys winning on Monday night.
So these are going to be our week 6 picks. Make sure you check out our other videos. We just uploaded a video where we went to the Niners versus Cowboys game and we were interviewing fans.
Yeah, that was such a great video. I hope you guys checked it out. We had a lot of fun doing that. So these were our week 6 picks. This is going to be a great week of football. This was J&J Pick'em. This is Josh.
This is Juan.
And this was J&J Pick'em.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yay!